last year, I don't think that there's any problem for them contributing by registration fees now too. And I think we have a policy in place. I don't think we should just be shifting the policy just because, you know, there's a worthiness to the program. We have to abide by these, or we're continuously going to be giving out money without any restraint. So if we want to change the policy, that's one thing. If you want to change the policy, but if you want to stay with the policy that's been put in place last year, just recently, September, right? So I think that we have to have some kind of budgeting discipline in order to use the money well. So that's my perspective.
There is a further report coming on the in-kind donation and the use for user groups, which is a reduced rate, still kind of covering the cost. This one is just an in-kind donation, but it's what we have to pay, close to it.
Just some more background history too. Like FIDL ran this program in the past, and the reason why it's under the Grandman Soccer Association is because last year they had to pay for it. So FIDL asked the association to put up with these. He's done this on his own. This is a soccer coach. He loves the kids, likes to become active. So he does this thing all the time just to keep the kids active, involved in the sport. And it is a fast sport. It's low. It's easy for the keeper to participate. You can choose. That's, you know, the expense and equipment.
Councillor Russell.
Two things, Mr. Mayor. Basically, we invested our taxpayers' dollars in that as a community center, correct? Right? The fact that the operators of it happen to be the school board has to do with the deal we made with the owners of the actual building, correct? So my feeling is that this should be treated the same as the other youth programs, and I support it for that reason. And then the second point is later on in things we want to talk about fairness in terms of in-kind wavering, and I think if we go back to the report that we had last summer from you as well, I think, or I'm not sure, you and Ash did an excellent report, talked about the whole idea of the investment in youth, right, at the bottom end is better through these type of wavering systems and whatever than it is any other way. And I think that was an excellent report, and I took it to heart. I mean, our investment in youth and community centers is always dollars well spent, but I think we have to make sure that everybody follows the line. What did you call it, a mulligan? We're going to give a mulligan this year, but I think
no, that's for the blue one. That's for the late application.
Yeah, late applications, but my point is going to the deputy's point about the policy. This is a very short order policy. We put this in place, as you said, just recently, but we also have within the other reports, we have things that say that we would like to improve on these reports. In other words, this is starting to work. Maybe we can, and you know, you're going to separate the wheat from the chaff as time goes on as you get this a little better, but I think we should be treating that community center as a community center because we paid for it as a community center.
You just have to understand that the dollars are in-kind dollars. I'm hearing consensus that the Grand Island Soccer Association gets approved. Dr. Bonson.
That's what I want to ask you. Are we going to go and approve these, put motions in line by line, or can we?
Let's just go through
and then make one motion.
Yeah.
Okay, could I ask then that we clarify this not eligible requirement for the Grand Bend soccer?
I just want to clarify that. They are eligible. I just put them in because the fee was not waived last year.
Okay, so they are
because of the reason that we
Okay.
paid the Board of Education.
Okay, so that one's a go.
Tie this together as well with our recreational leisure service master plan, B5960, writing there about how we're going to fight obesity and encourage youth. So it's
the next one is the Grand Bend Music House, and we're asking for $2,000 in cash donation.
It's not even going. I mean, it's an idea, right? So I don't think you can fund an idea.
So we leave that one.
My apologies with visionary.
Consensus is that one's out. Okay. On to the community. That's for that one. We'll put the numbers in for that. One's in, one's out. Beautification, environmental awareness. That one is all there. There's no question it meets the policy. The next one down, the next category is arts, culture, and community heritage. And there's one there that was an application was put in late. We did approve that in our meeting on the 17th, that we approved that in principle, and they've asked for $2,000, and if we do the mulligan thing, but they were late 1 year, so we'll, okay? All okay with that section? The homemade jam.
Sorry.
Sorry.
With that one, is that for signage? Could we not put it through capital on our signage? Wayfair signage, or? It is something permanent that's gonna happen.
It was a committee that's been formed to do the heritage thing, and they've worked on that as it, but it's with signage.
This is the second part of it.
Mhm.
You see, I think what they were hoping to do was to have the signage paid for this year. If we could, there's a couple of different ways we could do this. We could just say, we'll probably, as a municipality, we'll get a better deal with actually buying the signs ourselves. So we could, we'd say your grant's approved, but it's approved by putting it into the capital budget as a line item for this, and then they work through us to buy the signs. They give us the templates and we order. That's something that could work. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure of the mechanics of how they wanted this to work. I know they wanted it to go towards signage and to buy the actual basis for the sign as well. But it's not a big portion of it. Yes,
We're putting this-
It's historic, it's not a-
We're saying we're contributing $2,000 towards the signs, and we would ask that the signs be bought, or
Yeah, we
be
can-
coordinated through the municipalities.
Yeah, either way, we can.
Meet our, they're gonna be on our property, they're
Yeah,
gonna meet our
and
standards.
they could order them through us and
And they're gonna
pay
better
for
go
them
through us.
through this grant if they wanted to.
Okay, we put that condition on this grant, I guess, is that it goes through the municipality. Okay. Tourism and economic development, there's the. I like that. Deputy Mayor Dag?
Speaking of this Year of Mercy, are we gonna be getting really clear? Are we gonna make it really clear to these people that we won't be flexible next year?
Oh, that's the
deadline.
intention that,
Legal letters and correspondence with them.
When they get their letter, I can indicate that.
when they get approval, think that, yes, they were given the grace this year.
Mhm.
But we still have the option as a council of, at any time if someone comes in,
$500 or,
or more if it comes to council and it's worthwhile.
mhm.
Councilor Cook?
Well, I guess when you're looking at the lateness of the one was mailed on November 28th, I guess they could probably just walk down to the office instead of throwing it in the mail,
Is it for-
Fax it in,
or
email.
faxed it in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So the other one for the homemade jam is okay. And the next one, community and special events, there's one there that was late for the Wash Police Committee of $500. And the other one is the Synchro Adult Skating Team and the Funyun Days event. Councilor Russell?
Well, I understand exactly what's being said here, because, you know, they don't meet the criteria, but they were and have been major donors to the community for many years, and quite a few of the members are from the municipality. The fact that in our renovations, they moved over there and haven't decided to come back, that's a fact, but I don't think their people have changed that much, and the fact of, I'm just sort of, I'm saying, the dance is labor intensive during the Funyun Days weekend. Yeah, probably. But it was, I was kind of, this one, they did move down the road during a period of construction. Maybe they're coming back. I don't know.
What
Are
they're
we
doing-
invited back?
What they're doing is that's what
Yeah.
it is for Funyun Day, so, yeah, when you put a policy in place, the first year you go through it, there's these things that don't just fit the grooves, and the pegs don't line up with the holes, so, this, Councilor Cook?
I guess I agree, I know a lot of people that are,
Yeah.
gals that are on this team too, and it's a tough one, because they could have come back to Thetford, they don't do any of their events back in Thetford for their skating, coming back to help out with Funyun Days, but, that's a community fundraiser basically, and that, and they get the proceeds from that to go back to themselves. They could do their own fundraising and their own outside of that, if they decided to do that, which I'm sure they probably do, but I don't know. I can't approve, I don't think I wanna approve this based on that basis.
Tim?
Just to speak on this event